by Kevin McGranSports ReporterSun, June 3, 2018. Live and learn. That's what life in the minors is about, that's what Calder Cup playoff hockey is about, and that's what Maple Leafs prospect Travis Dermott is about. Dermott set up the Marlies' first goal, kind of looked like the goat on the game-tying goal by Texas, and was front and center answering for it all after the Stars beat Toronto 2-1 Sunday to earn a split of the first two games of the Calder Cup final at Ricoh Coliseum. Marlies defenseman Vincent Loverty and Stars center Jason Dickinson collide in mid-ice during Game 2 of the Calder Cup final on Sunday at Ricoh Coliseum. Steve Russell, Toronto Star, it was the Marlies' first loss at home in any of the 4 rounds of the All-Playoffs, and their first loss anywhere in nearly 5 weeks, a run of 10 wins separated by long stretches of time off with 2 4-game sweeps. "It happens," said Dermott. "We knew it wasn't going to be a perfect run by any means. You just try and go and win the next game. It's a nice part about now being up a game. We were allowed to lose one and we're not back at all. We just have to go out and win our next game." Games 3, 4 and 5 will be in Cedar Woods, Texas, just outside Austin, starting Tuesday as the more physical and defensive-oriented Stars seized home ice advantage by seemingly grinding the Marlies into submission. "The best part of playoffs is being able to respond," said Marlies coach Sheldon Keefe. "Dealing with the emotions, the highs and the lows. It's been nothing but highs for us of late. That's not reality when you're trying to win the Calder Cup. We have a chance to respond here now." Dermott's singular effort in the first period, walking the blue line and letting go a shot deflected by captain Ben Smith, gave Toronto a 1-0 lead after the first period. But his faux pas in misplaying a bouncing puck in the second, he failed in an attempt to intercept a pass, allowed Texas to tie the game by letting the dangerous Curtis McKenzie loose for a breakaway. "I was kind of caught once with the puck bouncing everywhere, not sure where it went," said Dermott. "It was a bad bounce. It happens. I was going to put my hand down for it, but it was a little hard and didn't want to risk hurting anything. Looking back, I wish I had grabbed it instead of trying to play it off the shin pads. It's a hockey play. Bad bounce. I was the unlucky one caught on it. Going forward, you try to make the smartest play possible." No one was blaming Dermott for the loss, especially on a Ricoh Coliseum ice surface that made passing and shooting, even skating, tricky. "I thought Dermott had a good game," said Keefe. "He was involved in a lot of things. He moved around well, moved the puck well. He was involved in offense. On that particular play, I would have liked to see him try to keep the play in front of him." The Marlies had made winning in the Calder Cup playoffs look so easy that it was unusual to see the goalie pulled in the last 2 minutes, gasping for some kind of spark to get going. It's the first adversity the Marlies have faced since the first round, when Utica took them to the limit of the best-of-5 series. "This is the way playoffs are supposed to be," said Keefe. "They're not supposed to be the way they have been for us of late. You have to be able to deal with these types of things. Now we have a chance to respond. It's going to be a challenging task, but one I think we'll be real excited for." If there's a red flag for the Marlies, it's that the Stars have kept the top line of Miro Aaltonen, Andreas Johnson and Carl Grundstrom off the score sheet in both games, mostly by gumming up the neutral zone and targeting Johnson with some heavy checking. "They're a big part of why we're here and why things have gone so smoothly to this point," said Keefe. "If we are going to get control of the series, we're going to need those guys to be real good and find a way to get through, to get to the net. It's the first time since that Utica series that we are seeing real depth, where, shift to shift, it's a real battle in terms of who's going to win that shift, who's going to gain control of the play. We haven't seen that in some time. We're feeling that here now. That's the way it's supposed to be. Sports action and reaction delivered to your inbox. New NEWSLETTERSPORTSSIGN up.